Welcome back, everyone, to the Open at Belton, part of the Silver Series for the Disc Golf Network, also brought to you by Discraft. We're here in the second half of round 2 with the FPO lead card. I'm Sarah Hokom, here with Holly Finley.
Thanks for tuning in. We have Alexis Mandujano, Rebecca Cox, Kristin Tattar, and Holyn Handley on this FPO lead card.
Alexis and Holyn have been battling on the card, but Katrina is putting down some hot golf on the second card.
So check out hole 10, par 4. This is a tough par 4. I feel like you need 3 really good shots to get the par. You can bomb one as far as you can off the tee, but there is OB left and right. It's a fairly wide fairway, but the wind can be tricky here. If you get it too high, it can easily hyzer out of bounds. The second shot, get it as far as possible up close to the screen. Hopefully you can get yourself a par or a birdie 3.
Kristin was the only birdie on this yesterday in the field. And we are dealing with a right-to-left wind that's going to push shots out of bounds left if they don't control the nose angle and height.
I love the height she kept on that. Not too much. It's a lot of ground play on her disc.
Holyn looking to follow Kristin's line, also throwing a grace. That looks a little high.
It is high.
She needs that to check up.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Just
right.
inside the line. That'll do. Rebecca going Raider, so stable distance driver, but still got the lack of stability to give her some distance off this tee.
I like the height on it.
A little turn.
It looks like a great shot.
Right in the middle.
I'd take that all day.
Alexis with a passion. Also a distance driver with a little bit of turn.
It looks good as well. She swung it out right. Going to finish back towards the middle of the fairway. 4 great shots off the tee here on hole 10.
This next shot for pretty much everyone is going to be standard distance, just trying to get as far as you can up there. And that last shot is where it kind of gets a little hairy.
Yeah, and you've got some decisions to make. Do you want to swing in to the right side of the bushes? Do you want to land left?
Rebecca likes the right side. I like the right side as well.
Me too.
She will have some... Oh, my goodness.
That is so good. That is so good.
I was going to say she has this bush in her way if she's too far, but she snuck right in front of it for a circle 1 look. Kristin stabling up, going with the rive this time. Swinging it wide.
Working its way back in. Oh, no. And even though it's close, that tree is very annoying.
She'll have to straddle pretty far, maybe even put that disc on an anhyzer to get that thing in the chains. Holyn on her second shot with a huge first shot.
And this looks great.
She also went with the rive. And...
Whoa, come on.
back.
Are you kidding me?
Oh
Are
my goodness.
you kidding me?
That
is so rude.
That was like a weird,
I mean,
skip and roll thing. It didn't look like it should have done that.
First of all, I've never seen a female go OB long on this hole. So, I mean, it stinks, but it's also kind of cool at the same time. I love our division pumping out the distances here. So Alexis chipping into the green. She'll have a putt at 4.
Pretty open look. Oh, Holyn.
And she's right at the basket, and there's nothing.
And she's super tall as well. So
this bush, I'm telling you.
You almost have to just lay it up. We'll see if she can get it in there.
I mean, it's just so tricky. That was a good attempt.
She needed one of her ultimate discs to get that thing in.
Something.
Some like Annie air bounce.
Rebecca Cox for birdie 3. Very nice. I love that. So as you can see, Kristin had an amazing upshot, but this
This is rough.
Tree is killing the vibe.
She got to go above that branch on a hyzer and catch the right side of the chains.
Come on, Kristin. It's a good attempt, though. It's almost like a trick shot at that point.
It's frustrating probably to throw the disc 350 feet and...
Two great shots and no putt from 12 feet.
Holyn for her par.
That just goes to show you how important the placement of the second shot is. You have to think about that bush near the green as Alexis taps in.
So the hole was a little bit easier today. 16% of the field actually got the birdie today instead of just one player.
Oh, wow.
Rebecca was part of that.
Great job, Rebecca Cox.
With the wind down, that hole definitely plays a little bit easier. On to hole 11, the par 3, 293 feet. This entire area is inbounds. There's a road out of bounds. And then this kind of plays like an island, but it's not an island green. There is OB all around it, especially the most punishing on the right side of the basket, where if you miss a putt on that backside, it's most likely out of bounds.
Yeah, it doesn't play as an island, but there is 2 islands here on this hole.
And there is a drop zone for initial shots that go out of bounds.
Oh, that looks delicious. Birdie putt for Rebecca Cox. Being only 293 feet, a lot of the players are able to throw a mid, fairway, or some maybe even a putter off the tee.
Kristin inside the circle, but will be obstructed and have a bit of a death putt onto that backside of the hill.
And that bush can sort of get in the way. Alexis putting some height on it, but it looks like it's going to have a fairly soft finish.
Right next to Kristin inside the circle, but again, an obstructed putt. Holyn going with a trust. Again, everyone went mid off the tee. Alexis threw a stalker, but it's kind of like a longer mid. That is beautiful. Looking like she's in a little bit of a staggered stance. Ooh.
No.
Yeah, they just don't stick on that hill.
That is so annoying.
This is for her fourth, fifth.
Hole 11. All right, so we have a couple more birdie chances here. Rebecca Cox for her birdie putt.
Inside the circle with a favorable backside of the basket from this angle.
No. Well, it didn't go too far, so she's inbounds.
Yeah, a miss from that angle is not punishing. A miss from this angle, though, is Kristin will need to hit.
So once
the
again,
basket.
Yeah, Kristin has this putt through the twigs. She catches one.
Excellent. It's like 2 or 5. What do you want? I don't know. I might have just taken a 3. Rebecca for her comebacker. Just outside the bullseye.
There we go. Holyn for her really nice birdie putt from only a couple of feet.
Love those putts.
That's what I want on hole 11. And Alexis tapping in for her double bogey. After that series of events, we have Holyn Handley in the lead on this card at 8 under, followed by Kristin Tattar at 7. Alexis drops down to 6, and Rebecca at 4 under par. Oh, here we go, hole 12. This is a par 4 for the women. So off the tee, if you have the distance, you can do a mid right to the middle for placement or right through, up to this dusty bit. Some of the longer distance throwers can punch all the way up to circle 2. A lot of players will just play a hyzer placement shot short of the mouth and a technical upshot into the green. This is very birdieable for our division. So Kristin throwing a hyzer shot.
Who sneaks to the gap. It's going to be a little pinched, but she should have a decent look to get up and down.
Always like to see how the longer players decide to attack this hole. We know Kristin has the distance to get up to circle 2, but she chose that hyzer shot instead.
Holyn going mid, so she's not looking to penetrate the gap, but to stay in the middle, and also kind of pushes it a little bit right where you're going to be blocked. Rebecca also going mid off of this tee. Leaving it well short.
And I think, Rebecca, that shot is a good example of placement is more important than distance sometimes, especially on this hole.
Alexis,
I like this.
with the passion, also looking to kind of spike it into the gap, but she throws it a little bit far left.
Yeah, that looks a little left. Could be a tricky up. She's got that forehand flex shot in her bag, though. Get up there.
Yeah,
Twiggled.
she's just a little bit pinched. I really like Rebecca's spot.
Me too. Ideal placement.
I did watch Jessica Weiss pump it all the way into the gap with a distance driver on a flex line.
Not surprising.
So some players are trying to get this eagle look even.
Oh, get up there.
Get early tree. And it leaves her with a really difficult putt. It's straight uphill. Holyn trying to do a little better. Also doesn't have the look to get up the hill.
I love it when the camera shows us the little tunnels the players have to take. She's just trying to get it as close as possible, not trying to make the putt.
Yeah, and this is like 45 degrees straight up. Like, it's not... You have to throw it so far uphill. It's a really awkward shot sometimes. Most of us haven't thrown a lot of shots this far uphill in our careers. Rebecca kind of laying that up. Holyn with her birdie look. It's a pretty safe run up there. The ground is very soft, so it's not likely to catch a roll. Oh, Kristin looking for that birdie to take the lead, but looks like nobody's going to get the birdie here.
Solid putt from Alexis. And this terrain is so steep and so loose, it's even a challenge to walk up to your disc and walk back down to the next tee.
So a bunch of pars. I know they all wanted that birdie. A little disappointed on their faces. I can see that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, that one is a 34%.
Nothing
birdie.
wrong with par.
So looking at the next hole, hole 13, par 4, 399 feet. It is a tight hallway. Most players are going to be looking to throw a straight shot, sometimes a putter or a mid, possibly a fairway driver up to right about here. Left side is also pretty open. And then you're traversing another tunnel down to the basket with plenty of things in the way to let you shape a fun shot. I like this hole.
My favorite one on the course.
Kristin up first. She's going with that musket.
It's low, but I don't hate it. Come on.
It's a pretty fast disc for this fairway.
Still in an okay spot. Can scramble from there.
Holyn going exactly the opposite. She's choosing putter, pure right off the tee. Hoping to pure the fairway. Rebecca going mid. This is her evidence.
Stand still.
Oh,
A little one step.
baby run up. Sit. Oh, she's trying to play up to that left side. There's a lot of alleys, but then she just gets a nasty roll away. That's just bad luck. Alexa's going to club up to a fairway with her stalker.
Oh, that looks good so far.
See, okay. She got the better luck off that same set of trees. Holyn in scramble mode, get some distance. That was her pure again.
Ooh.
She hits a gap that puts her on the high side, probably where she would have thrown her drive had it not kicked.
And Becca does have this more open right tunnel. With a perfect shot, you could get all the way to the green. Looks like it came out a little early, or possibly the angle was off.
Really technical to try to shape a shot up the hill and then back down the hill through a tiny gap. I mean, you need a magic disc for that kind of thing. Do you have one of those?
I do. It's
Okay.
called a mirage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got a spin that does it for me.
So Becca choosing this forehand turnover. Just trying to get down to the green.
She went back to a mid, and she is close to the circle, but she's got a lot of stuff in the way. Holyn back to the pure on another sidearm look.
So this is Holland's third shot. Pipes the gap. It's going.
Oh,
It is going.
okay.
It's about a 35-footer in the corner.
I haven't been back there. Kristin, little putter, sidearm.
She didn't want to have any taste of that, just pitching it up for a nice, safe drop in. Becca looks like she has an attempt at a putt here. Go.
Ooh, I like that Annie angle out.
I did too.
Holyn looks like she's got a few things in her way. Wonder if she can sneak it through that gap into the chains. Oh, ooh!
Wow.
That was slight Annie too, I think.
Good
That's
putt.
awesome.
Very good.
Wow, fancy. Kristin also obstructed.
Look at the stretch out. Very nice.
Really good body control. Here's a replay of that. Pure spins. I mean, actually, it is a pure, so maybe that's why. No wobble on that. Usually in slow-mo, you can see a little action.
Agreed.
Rebecca cleaning up. Man, this fairway was really punishing this card.
Right, 3 pars and a bogey, leaving Holyn at 8 under and Kristin Tattar at 7. Here we are, hole 14, another tee shot through a gap. At 354, a lot of players can choose a mid off the tee and have a birdie putt at this, what we call the windmill hole. The wind is favorable today. It's down from yesterday, so players might try to be more aggressive. I feel like the sidearm players have a good chance at the birdie here. Looks like a putt to me.
Yeah, that was her rive, so overstable. There is a little bit of crosswind. It's not favorable for the sidearm necessarily, but if you put enough hyzer on it, like Holyn just did, it will go to the right. And wow, what power she has all the way into circle one. She is obstructed by that tree, but that will be a birdie look as well. Alexis putting a move on that stalker. Really similar to her shot from yesterday.
Looks like a putt. Rebecca has an amazing turnover shot, so I love seeing her choose the forehand route here.
That looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Nice shape to the shot. Not quite the distance, but you know, it's not her primary tee shot. So I think she put a great line on that and still gave herself a look. And an easy tap out. Kristin with the birdie look, little crosswind.
Go. I love it.
Perfect.
Out a 40-footer from Kristin Tattar. Nice birdie here on hole 14. That showed us a little bit of slow-mo wobble.
I suppose when she's that far away.
I suppose when it's a 40-footer.
It doesn't have to be exactly pure out of the fingers.
Sweet bird.
And Alexis and Holyn are looking to match this to keep the margins.
Oh, no. Pulled it a little right.
Ooh, that's a fun putt.
Come on.
Dang. It's frustrating to be so close and not really have much of a putt at it.
I like that Holyn was still smiling afterwards, like, oh, that was fun.
Rookies. Just kidding.
Important to keep your middle game positive. Rebecca drops in her par, as does Holyn Handley.
So Kristin with the only birdie, and she's making a move now.
Making moves, Kristin Tattar. Her and Holyn Handley at 8 under, with Alexis Mandujano at 6 under par, and Rebecca Cox coming in at 3 under par after 14 holes.
Most people just see a disc. At Discraft, we see over 40 years of innovation, driven by passion, consistency that inspires talent, built on a foundation, designed for success. Over 4 decades of experience behind your first throw.
We're here at hole 15, par 4, 620 feet. The first shot, there is OB on the left and right, but it gives you a lot of room to work, so you want to throw a distance shot out to about here, setting yourself up for the second shot, where you want to throw a backhand hyzer into this green, giving yourself a look for birdie. Early left is really bad, and a little too far on this green is also not favorable, but this birdie is in range for most of the players. That's a little high. I think that's a miss.
Going a little left, but still usable. And if you're interested in watching a Disc Golf Pro Tour event, you can go to dgpt.com/tickets and get a spectator pass for yourself. We would love to see you guys out here. We appreciate you coming out to spectate the female division. That was Holyn Handley with a nice rip off the tee. Alexis up with a pump as well. That is looking good.
There's a bit of a left to right tailwind that's pushing everything, or right to left tailwind, pushing everything to the left right now. We'll see if Rebecca can make the adjustment. Don't really want to be pinched too far on that left side. And everybody kind of ends up over there.
Yeah, all
I'm
of the
kind of
shots.
expecting a little bit more flip up because it's
Me too.
critical to get the distance off this shot so that you can set up for an easier second shot, which may be out of range now for a few of these ladies.
So that big corner tree with the sign on it is a good aim point.
But
And
you
that's to
don't-
left. It's so hard to get into the green from right there.
She'll probably have a little sidearm pitch, but that's not a good spot.
No, it's
And I
going to
think
be challenging.
I think the distance that everybody kind of got off the tee is what's
Get up there.
making it difficult to get to the pin, except for Rebecca threw a perfect shot.
Rebecca Cox, that was so good.
And Kristin's way over here. This will be really hard to swing back all the way. But she has the power. She's got the power. Oh, too much apparently.
Hey, it looks like a putt for a 3. Let's see what Holyn Handley has for us.
I really like this position.
Also think it's interesting to note Holyn Handley on several tee shots has outthrown Kristin Tattar, and her second shot
That
too
looks out of
far
bounds.
Out of bounds.
I did not even know there was out of bounds over there.
I didn't either.
I'm
That's-
usually pitching from
That's what happens when you throw over 400 feet.
oops.
So Alexis has a little pitch up, as we mentioned. Being pinched off on that corner is difficult, but she does have a putt now.
Looks like that big tree is in Holland's way. I wonder if she's just trying to pitch this up or if she's going to try to Anheuser it in there. So pitched it around the right side of the tree, and Kristin, for her birdie, is obstructed.
It was a good attempt.
This is Alexis to save par.
Come on. That was right there.
I think that downslope kind of got her there.
Rebecca Cox for the birdie 3.
What a great second shot.
Go. Yes. I love to see it.
Another extreme uphill slope on the putting green. If you haven't figured out how to straddle putt, do it before you come out here.
Alexis Mandujano taps in her bogey, and Kristin cleaning up for her par.
So that'll drop Holyn off the top spot with Kristin with that out of bounds shot. And Rebecca catches another to move up to -4.
Here we are, hole 16, coming in at only 235. It's a cutie. You can choose a mid off the tee, land in the circle. Some players might choose a fairway. Heck, you might even see someone choose a driver here. My personal opinion is use whatever gets you a birdie. Even though it's wooded, it's a shorty. I feel like it's a must get too. You do not want to waste any bogeys here on this shorty.
Rebecca starting it off with her, because of her great birdie on the last one, and she's following it up with a great shot. That was her Tersus, flippy mid. Kristin going putter with her pure and puts it real close.
Love it.
Holyn looking to recover, also throwing a pure. Ooh, it gets a
Get
nice
off of that.
Oh, it snuck through and parked it.
So good.
Alexis with her buzz.
So 2 mids off the tee and 2 putters.
And everybody with a pretty good look.
Come on. Oh, she gave it the height.
Really nice run.
It is interesting to note that the putters got further than the mids. I love disc golf. Rebecca Cox for bird.
Yes.
Nice.
Man, another awkward uphill lie. Just on the tippy tops of the toes.
So that's 2 birdies in a row for Rebecca. Kristin Tattar for birdie. That was a strong putt.
Alexis with her comebacker. No
Solid.
problem.
Holyn with the CTP, tapping in her bird.
So 3 out of 4 birdies on this cutie little hole.
It is a cutie. And so are y'all.
But Alexis dropping back 1, Rebecca tying back up to her, and Kristin extending to -9. On to hole 17. This is a par 4, 577 feet, right out of a gap, right off the bat. Most players are going to throw a backhand turnover or a sidearm about to here, maybe a little further left. They'll be approaching the pin from a couple hundred feet, depending on how much distance they get off the tee. This pin is dangerous. It's on a mound. I have seen so many multi-putts. Ladies are going to want to put it close on that second one.
Rebecca Cox up first, coming off of 2 birds in a row.
She's throwing that Maverick, which is kind of a flippy fairway.
I have seen her work some magic with a Maverick. She got some decent distance on it.
Kristin, no surprise, going to throw the sidearm out of the gap. And this is her drive. Pretty stable distance driver. Holyn with the same game plan with the Rive. On a pure hyzer. Right out in the middle, that's what you want. Just hit the gap. Alexis going with the stalker.
Yeah, step 1, hit the gap. That looks good too. Nice turnover angle. Beautiful glide. There's a lot of different ways to get into the pin on your second shot. The low skip, the high hyzer.
I like that play. She threw it hard into the hill, hoping to get a skip up, but it did hit one of those many blocker trees.
Those dang old blocker trees. Kristin using the higher route, getting the disc up.
That looks like circle 1.
Yeah, it does.
On the good side of the basket as well.
Alexis with a higher shot. Whoa. Hopefully she stuck up at the top near one of those bushes, perhaps.
That would be very lucky, unfortunately.
We'll see when we get there. Rebecca Cox looking like a sidearm into the green. Wow, she threw so far she has a different angle than I personally have ever gotten.
Yeah, but she threw a pretty fast disc looking for that skip, and it did. It just didn't skip up. It skipped right.
So that is a putt. It's more of a choice on whether you're feeling it or not.
I feel as though she should lay this up. Because the backside of this is...
Come on.
There we go. Yeah.
Ooh.
If you're putting from the exact 90 degrees away from the other side, kind of where Kristin is, you have a much more realistic putt that when you miss, it's not going to go anywhere crazy. Great birdie by Alexis. Wow. But from these cross angles, it's tough. This is a great spot on Kristin's second as well.
Nice.
Snagging the birdie. This is a really tough birdie. This green is so intimidating. Really smart play by all the women on this card. Couple birdies, couple pars. 24% of the players did birdie this hole, but it's also playing as the hardest hole.
The most difficult hole
because
on the
there's some multi-bogeys that...
You got to be smart around that green. All right, finishing up here at hole 18, a par 3 coming in at 465 feet. A couple different routes to the basket. You can go straight down the fairway, have a low shot and land in the middle along the line of trees, or take the right side. It might help if you decide what kind of second shot you want into the green as to where your drive will land.
Kristin up first, throwing the rive.
I like the way that flattened out. Wow, she almost made it to the sidewalk.
It's pretty late in the day, so players are are worried about the sun in their eyes. It's hard to see the space you're trying to land on. It's also dinner time. Great shot by Alexis.
Nice and low from Rebecca Cox, going underneath those limbs.
It looked like she was trying to get to the right side of that tree line.
Holyn hanging it out wide.
This is a good spot to land. It takes all the trees out of play.
Nice open shot for the second one.
Big distance, too. She's got tons of power, and she's not even flexing that. Alexis approaching the green. Yep. Bullseye.
I love that. Right where you want to be for the last putt of the day. Nice chip shot from Holyn Handley.
They're having a CTP contest right now, trying to see who can not have a putt on this final hole.
Get up there.
Oh.
Love that too. Oh, come on.
Little nervy approach shot there.
A little low, which we saw a few times from her today, but she's a great putter, so. For bird, Kristin Tattar. No surprise at all.
She just wanted to show off in front of the crowd.
I mean,
she's like,
hey.
check out my C2s.
A run back. Beautiful.
Good catch by the basket.
Strong finish.
Couple more tap-ins. See if the entire card can get their birdie. It's looking likely.
Holyn with her bird. Nice. And Alexis Mandujano tapping out her birdie putt. Strong finish from the FPO lead card here at round 2, the back 9 coverage. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. We hope that you tune in tomorrow for the round 3 final day coverage.
Right, where we're going to see Kristin Tattar, who shot -11 on the day. Holyn Handley is at -9. Everybody birdied that final hole. And then we have a couple new players on this lead card, Katrina and Maria, who came in at 12 and 9 respectively. Wow, I wish I would have seen that round by Katrina.
Right. Well, we appreciate y'all being here and hope to see you tomorrow. I'm Holly Finley.
I'm Sarah Hokom.
Catch you on the next one.